The War State by Michael Swanson explains the great national transformation that took place and put the Kennedy presidency in the context of the times and reveals never-before published information about the Cuban Missile Crisis. President Kennedy would not have been assassinated if he had been president 200 years ago. His assassination took place in the context of the Cold War and the rise of the national security state. Before World War II, the United States was a continental republic. In the decade that followed, it became an imperial superpower. Generals such as Curtis LeMay not only wanted to invade Cuba, but knew that there were short-range missiles on the island armed with nuclear warheads that they could not destroy because they were on mobile launchers. Their invasion could have led to a third world war, and they wanted to go to war anyway. The War State by Michael Swanson reveals why and will show you what President Kennedy was up against. For more information, thewarstate.com.
nephew-in-law radio network.
Do you like history? Real history that you were never taught in schools? Why? The Vietnam War, nuclear bombs and nation building in Southeast Asia. By author Mike Swanson, with new documentation never seen before. That'll open your eyes to events that led up to this. Why? The Vietnam War, nuclear bombs and nation building in Southeast Asia. 1945 through 1961. Get your copy today at Amazon.com. Why? The Vietnam War by author Mike Swanson.
Warning, 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 warning. This is a emergency broadcast. Code Red, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name's Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 374, I believe we're on.
Seems right. Sounds right to me. We're back with Uncle the Podcast, live on the Ocelli Radio Network Friday.
We were off last week.
We were.
For personal public reasons.
Apologies, audience. We're not happy about it.
Man.
We're not happy about it, but we're happy to be back. Yeah. And we're going to be back for the foreseeable future. There will be weeks that we have to take time. A lot going on in the summer, so weeks here and there we won't be there. but we're always going to be back generally on a Friday night.
It wasn't my doing, by the way. You know, you guys are the only ones that I get the complaint about. How come there was no Uncle? How come there was no Aaron show? How come? I'm like, it never used to happen with anybody else. Everybody else, they'd be like, oh, I guess they're off today. You know, you guys, though, they're like, oh, come on, why not? What happened?
Well, it seems like we wouldn't have a life outside of this. I understand that.
Okay.
But we actually do. Somehow we pull that off.
But for some reason, it's always like, Chuck, what did you do? I'm like, nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you did it. As long as it's your fault, Chuck, I'm real happy about that.
Thanks.
You know what? It's telling you something too, Chuck. It's telling you a lot of people are listening to me on mine.
Oh, I know that.
And it's overloading the other broadcast people.
Hey, look, they look forward to the Uncle Show because it's like a long week of depressing crap and everything else. But so okay, we want to have fun with the Uncle Show. I know it. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go look at the phones. I guarantee somebody's gonna want to call and talk to you about baseball tonight. Oh, you know what I mean?
Eddie.
Yeah,
Eddie's going to. I know who it is. I know who it is before you even say it.
No, it wasn't Eddie. It was somebody else talking to me about baseball on my show, and they wanted to talk to you guys. So, and I'm like, okay. But they were talking to me about it.
Okay.
Well, interesting. Okay.
So, heads up if they want to talk to you about Pete Rose, all right?
Yeah, well, anybody can call right now. As always, we're taking calls. 319-527-5016 is the number. You can call in. We don't really have a reliable way to internet call now, so just use the phone, 319-527-5016, and you'll be on the line with us here on Uncle the Broadcast on Friday.
I was thinking about that, Aaron. If you wanted to, I have a way to do it, but we'd use that other thing. Remember?
Oh, you're talking about the Jitsi, is it?
Yeah, because all you got to do then is give them a link.
Yes. I think that's going to probably be... I liked Jitsi, Chuck, because what it allowed me to do was when somebody goes into the Jitsi meeting space,
right,
and if they're using audio and video, I can actually pull their video and show that on the stream.
Right.
I'm able to do that. So either that or there's that other thing that Pierce was telling me about, Video Ninja. It does the same thing. It was built to work directly with OBS, which I use. But either one works. So
I didn't try the Video Ninja yet, but the Jitsi does. It allows a lot of things and screen sharing and everything else. And I think if I head the meeting, I think I can control who comes in and talks and everything too, which is helpful.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and we are we're going out live now on all sorts of different channels. We're going out on our YouTube. We're going out on the Twitch, X. I believe we're going out on Uncle's TikTok now, which I'm trying to understand what's happening right there.
He's having practice on my TikTok, but he's getting the hang of it some way.
Yeah,
somewhere.
So if anybody's watching this on TikTok, I can't tell if
TikTok. I'm confused with TikTok. I'm confused with that name. It's the last name I get confused.
It's one of those names. Yeah. It's something. Whatever it is, we're on it.
TikTok.
We should be streaming it. This is a test. We have not streamed on TikTok with the actual show. And so I just want to warn anybody, if you're on TikTok, we're not going to be able to see your I'm trying to pull up this thing that tells me it's the live chat. So I'm going to I'm going to drop a comment there. Welcome to the Uncle TikTok crack room. I'll drop. Okay. So I dropped that there.
So TikTok doesn't show you viewers even?
That's
weird.
It does, but this is also confusing because what I don't have, we've been doing lives on Uncle's TikTok, right, Uncle? We've been doing a few of them this week.
Quite a few of them.
And what we typically do is we just break out Uncle's cell phone and we use the phone and we go live, and I'm holding his phone. I'm the camera guy. I'm pointing it at Uncle. So I can see the chat as we go. We're interacting with the chat. I'm not doing that now. I'm using my laptop and my OBS, my Restream, and I'm putting it out through that.
I was even talking the street cream.
Yeah, so I don't have the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, but there should still be a loop back to you to tell you, like, if you're, streaming on YouTube, you can see your viewers.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I did pull up this thing, the live center for TikTok, and it looks like I see that someone named Davo just joined.
Okay.
So I should be able to monitor the chat with this. But at the same time, my other restream thing is not telling me how many people are watching on TikTok. With X, it tells me I've got 3 people, and the other ones are telling me how many I've got, but that one doesn't. So it's all quite odd.
And TikTok should get you plenty of randoms because that's what people do on there. They're constantly moving through there quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that because I say, all right, pull it to my broadcast, to my show, so that way the people that haven't heard from me or haven't never heard me, they'll do it for that and go through that.
And the other thing about TikTok I should mention before we get off of this, Uncle, is that I think technically we're on like TikTok gaming. So I put us under the retro gaming category. So what I'm going to do to make us relevant there is I have some gaming graphics, which I'm going to go to right now. There's an old Nintendo game. So on our live stream, look, we're TikTok gaming, and I have these other. What I'll do is I'll use a lot of these graphics. I could literally start up our video game emulator and start playing old Nintendo games too. Here we go. This is video games. Nice. So there we go. This is we're being relevant. Okay. This is gaming.
Well, this is the way to get through TikTok, isn't it? Yeah, in a way, because we go through that.
We're hacking the system, Uncle.
My streamer gave me a weird function just this week, by the way, which now tells me a weird thing, which is like what their internet providers are that are on my stream. I've never seen this before. This is new. I've got ready for this one. We got a New Jersey listener on Comcast in New Jersey. Okay, I see that. I always shout out Jersey. And believe it or not, we have somebody on dial access AT&T.
Nice. Dial up
access.
Love it.
I thought that didn't exist anymore. But
I love
it does.
Nice.
I wonder how much does that cost?
I don't know. I know nothing about it.
I hope very little.
I hope so too, because that's like I haven't had that. The last time I had dial-up access was like 2001, I think. I mean, like literally 24 years ago I had that. I had web TV, and you used to have to plug it into a phone line. Your TV and the phone line. Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, somebody's on AT&T.
Well, that's pretty exciting. Okay, why? I can get into that.
Let's get into AT&T.
I don't know what state they're in, but there they are. And yeah.
Look at these vintage gaming graphics I have, Uncle. See, won't this? Do you think this will get the people on TikTok? Let me see if anybody's there. Sean the Prawn, welcome. Look at this gaming stream. We're playing Metroid and Ninja Gaiden at the same time. Please chat and let us know what you think of that.
Also, in Germany, they're on Metacov. By the way, I don't know what that is, but that's the company they're using. Metacov.
The German platforms, Uncle. We love them. Yeah. We love them.
Yeah, those guys.
The Germans are true champions of the Ocelli Radio Network with that pub playing it 24/7.
Oh yeah, that pub. They ain't going crazy at that pub though. Oh.
They're wild for it.
Yeah.
They're kooks for the Ocelli Radio Network.
Going up and down. It looked like you there.
Yeah. I'm having fun with the graphics. I'm having fun with these graphics. I have been making a point to add more and more graphics in. It looks like Steve is there. If anybody's in TikTok, leave a comment. If I don't respond to you, I don't see it. This is all a test, so don't get mad at us. We're trying to figure this out. I'm dropping in random video game graphics, and at any moment, Uncle, I could start playing a Nintendo game if you want me to.
No, I have to have a talk. We have to talk to our guests.
You don't want me to...
people on the line.
You don't want me to get distracted with these old video games? Look at all of them.
I look at them and I get distracted.
Look at all these games I could play. There's so many possibilities.
I know. It's these ones we do on Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
They're all of them the same.
I know.
Yeah, nobody's called in so far. 319-527-5016. So we got open lines. I got about 100 of them. So they're there.
Yes, please do call us. That's our number. You can call in if anybody's seeing this. And encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. Okay.
What does that mean, cut there on my face?
Yeah, this is... Okay, Uncle is looking at the TikTok Live Center, which I am too. That's what the graphic of like that's essentially like the thumbnail for this video, I guess.
Oh, it's for like the TikTok.
It says we've been live for 15 and a half minutes, so I guess this is working. Anybody on TikTok, you could call us with the actual phone with this phone number that you see now, or anybody out there, any regular callers we'd like to talk to as well.
I know that a bunch of people just jumped off of the Ocelli stream to go to other platforms. So let us know what platforms you went to, because I just watched you leave. A bunch of you. I don't know. It's like they were all communicating with each other, but they're not. I don't think they are, but they all had the same idea at the same time. It's pretty funny.
Yes.
Well, but hey, Jersey's still with us on Comcast.net. Thank you.
Yeah. Do remember that the original home of Uncle the Podcast is Ocelli.com, and we've got the Ocelli chat. Look at how exciting that is. Creative Accidents, I see. Hello there. He says hello.
Hey.
We've got him.
He's been.
We've got him over there.
You been off Valentine there?
Well, the problem, Uncle, is we can't speak directly to Creative Accidents. He is in the Ocelli.com chat room. So we can speak to people as they comment in these various chats. It doesn't look like anybody. I see Braxton over on TikTok, so I am going to call people out on TikTok that I see as much as I can. I know that this is under gaming. We're not playing a game right now, but look, let me pull up a gaming graphic. Look, this is from an 8-bit game. We're in space now, okay? Does that work for you? We're playing a video game. This looks like a game, doesn't it? That looks old. It's from the 80s. Here's something that I don't know what game this would be from. It almost looks like the background from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It
looks like his ring from Punch-Out.
That part where Doc Lewis is on the bicycle and you're running behind him. This looks like the background, but it's a different piece of art that I found online, and we're playing games. We're getting experimental here, okay?
Hey, Creative Accidents wants you to know he did some street cream work in Utah recently. Left some business cards.
Oh, really? Creative Accidents.
Appreciate that, Crazy Accidents.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Whereabouts? I assume Salt Lake City, but might be. It could be anywhere, I guess.
He also says he likes the Tic Tacs. Okay.
Good.
Also, it's gonna be more of them.
So yes, thank you everybody for following at Uncle the Podcast on TikTok. We've been having fun with those videos.
Yeah, look at it this way, Sidekick.
Yes, what?
You drop X,
okay,
and you throw in TikTok. So that means you don't lose them. You lose one, but you gain one. You think of it that way when you do these things.
That's one way to
think
do
of it. That's how you think about it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
We're on.
That's how I think of it.
We're on X right now, and X has been kind of good to us. We've gotten a fair amount of views through X before.
Yeah, but if you're having the problem, I'm just saying.
Well,
lately,
it's just an ongoing project, and I know that a lot of people are coming and going on the TikTok from the looks of things. People keep joining and dropping. That's just people swiping through.
I see that they're looking at it, then they drop off, but then they'll come back, come and go. It's a come and go kind of thing.
It is
on that TikTok.
So thank you, anybody.
That's what I told you. Randoms will show up. That's what's going on.
It's telling me, this analyzer tool is telling me that our top viewers are Mew and Riley, and now we have Nando. Those are the top viewers. So thank you for being there, whatever that's worth. We're trying to figure this out.
I don't know all these names. He's saying all the names. I can't go in can't understand the chat room, the crack room.
The thing, okay, the one of these things that we have to understand, Uncle, about our own show, because it's hard enough to even understand what we're doing.
I know that.
We're doing an odd and unorthodox way where we're streaming. We're not dedicated streaming on any different app or platform. We're using this weird setup I have on my computer, and Chuck is putting it out through his radio network, first of all. And then I'm using this to send it out to these different social media sites all at the same time.
Oh.
So we're not just picking up the phone and using TikTok as TikTok would like us to do.
Right. So that means we won't get in trouble, more or less speaking.
Well, I don't know if we're getting in trouble, but...
No, it's like what he says. If you get caught, you might get arrested. I'm thinking that way.
Well, I hope not.
But no, when this is what I'm doing.
I really hope not. But let me see. I'm looking at the chat.
See, the good thing about this is that, we were spread across so many different platforms. Even my radio network is on, different radio apps, right? So Apple has a radio thing that's just Apple Radio. We're a station on there. We're also a station on TuneIn Radio. We're a station on, a bunch of these different things. So we got listeners scattered everywhere who are using whatever it is they feel like to tune in.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting. I guarantee we have a unique setup because there's no one way to do this.
Any other
and that's why we're not worth a lot of money. I'll tell you that right now.
We're not doing that. We're not doing it with money right now. We're not doing with the money. Because if we're getting money, watch out. The pockets come to us, not to the room house.
The root of all evil, Uncle.
No,
but here's the thing. If you're going to get money, what you got to do is put it all on one platform so you can show the big audience in one place. That's what you do.
I believe this or not, I started this show to do a hobby thing. I started it out.
Yeah.
And doing it for a hobby. I never knew it'd go this far.
Yeah. We actually have somebody. I do see a chat from. First of all, we see Count Pupper at YouTube. Thank you, Count Pupper, for being here as always. And over on TikTok, I see somebody going by A that says, "Hello, sorry, if I'm not joining your lives, I'm busy these days. I have school now." That's okay.
That's fine. No.
If you're on TikTok at all, that's good.
Just have listens. Just listen to us.
So and thank you for leaving a comment at all. That helps me to understand that this thing is working somewhat. So that's cool. So thank you for that.
There you go.
So we're getting somewhere with this. We're making sense of this weird setup we have here, Uncle.
Yeah.
But once again, the phone lines are open. If somebody wants to use an actual phone to call us, we would love that. Let me see. The phone number is 319-527-5016. Don't hesitate to call. We usually have tons of calls, but we were away last week, and that's what's getting us again, Uncle.
You can't go away in a podcast activity.
They hate
because if you do, you see what happens.
I do.
You don't get the callers.
I don't.
They don't come back. This is a problem.
It's a big problem, I know.
Because your wife, Mrs. Sidekick, said, Well, wait a minute. First of all, I can understand why. It was his birthday. And that I can understand.
That was one thing, yeah.
That was one thing.
We're going to have different things that pop up this summer that we're going to be away, but we'll mostly be here. And I think... I see that one basketball player is back at TikTok. Thank you for being here.
Oh, that guy in the basketball.
Basketball guy's back.
He's the guy that's always on there.
So that's good.
On the TikTok.
We might be able to do one of our Saturday or Sunday streams where we watch VHS or play games this week, Uncle. We might try to do that again.
I asked about doing that today.
You wanted to do that today?
I thought it was Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to. I said, John, what do you want to do with them today? And then I thought.
So I could fire the games up now, but I might try it tomorrow, trying to play a game on Vintage Gaming with Uncle. Perhaps we'll do.
Well, I take 3 days off. It takes me 2 weeks to get the listeners back. It's just the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how you really do, when you're making this stuff, you need to just keep up and keep making things. It's wild.
That's my point.
It's weird to me.
It's just my point that you got to keep it going. Otherwise, you're going to have,
and no matter what you do, everybody wants to be able to, do their thing on demand anyway. So no matter when you put it out, you're going to definitely get a whole lot more in the podcast. It's just the way it is. So we do it live and we have the live audience, but then there's the podcast audience. It's like two separate audiences.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it goes.
It's true. Yeah. So once again, let me pull up the phone number, 319-527-5016. If you dare, you could call and talk to us. We've had so many amazing callers. Jesse Ventura has called us recently. We've talked to, who else has called in the show, Uncle? I can't even remember all the crazy people I've called. Oh, gosh. We're getting one now. We have a caller.
Have a caller? Call on. You're on air with the Uncle Man. Bye.
Hey, Uncle, it's the Count. How you doing?
See? The Count calls.
He does.
He was in the clock room, and now he calls.
He was over there at YouTube. We saw you, Pupper. Thank you.
Thank you. We got somebody to talk to.
The first day of summer.
It is?
It's the solstice today. Yes.
Yeah, summer solstice. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Did you know that, Uncle?
I missed the beginning of Sidekick's broadcast. I don't know if you, addressed that it was a solstice.
I did. I called that out at the start. I said the date, and I'm like, it's summer solstice. I kind of left it at that, but yeah, that's worth noting.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Lady 25.
You have any big summer plans, Uncle?
Not offhand. I'm just trying. I'm sort of left mouth of mine. I'm trying to listen to my customers, but left mouth of mine is still sore from the used bottom one. I'm getting the other.
Oh yeah,
fixed.
your bottom teeth are
My
kind
bottom
of
teeth, it's sort of
a little broken, right?
They're broken. They're fixing it. But I got my spares on, and the lady did them last week, but I think she's gonna have to do them again on this side, on the right or left.
That's your right side.
The right side. I have to tell her to do some more.
Yeah. So we gotta do that. But we're glad to. There's another call.
Hold on there.
Yeah, please stay with us, Pupper. But we're gonna take this other call.
Take this other call. Just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is good.
Who's online? You're talking to the Uncle Show.
Oh, it's Jimmy James. How you doing, Uncle?
Hey, Jimmy boy. How about those charges? I mean, those. Wait. How about you boys? I should say.
Yeah, they're getting bought out, aren't they? Who's buying them?
Oh yeah.
What team are we even talking about right now? Detroit? We're talking about?
Detroit.
Is that true, Jimmy? What's going on in Detroit? What is that?
What's happening?
No, the Lakers are getting bought out. I thought we were talking about the Lakers.
Yeah, no, the Lakers, yes, I had heard about that. The family that owns them is selling it for like $10 billion? I sound like Dr. Evil. $10 billion? Is that what it is?
I guess I get tired I guess the family's getting tired of coaching.
Is that right, Jimmy?
Is that right?
I know. I don't know the amount. They just said it's the most money ever bought for a team anywhere.
So that means if they buy out, will they move to another state?
No. They're not moving from LA. They're not moving. It's just gonna be new ownership.
Oh.
It's like under new management. They'll have a little sign on the was it the crypto.com arena? They'll put up a little sign that says under new management. That's the only difference. No big deal. Still be the same team, I guess, maybe. Same.
As far as the Lions go, Uncle, I'm a little worried about losing that Zarius Smith. There's Zarius
Smith?
Whatever it is, Jones.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a good player, but not well known.
They're doing some trades right now in the off season.
They're doing a trades?
Well, they're offering some people for some reason.
Well, maybe let's go back to baseball. I know Chuck was talking about baseball. What about, let's go back to Pupper.
Oh, yeah, Pupper.
Pupper, what's going on with the Phillies? What are they doing? What's happening over there?
The Phillies are doing good. They're the first in the National League right now.
Ooh, okay, there we
They
go.
just took it from the Mets tonight. They just took the title from the Mets right now.
Oh, that's gonna be trouble
They beat
for.
them 10-2.
Oh, you're upset, Uncle.
Because we already had them beaten on a sweep.
On a sweep.
We beat them on a sweep already, so I'm not that much up about it.
Oh, wow.
About it this year.
Well, this one just started too. I think this was game 1 of the series.
Oh, it just started.
Here we go. It's gonna be exciting.
We'll play again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Things change as the season goes on.
I don't know. Seems to me I cannot get a TV baseball game on our show, on our things, because I can't get Mr. Sidekick to put the things on the proper TVs on here.
That's the problem.
I watch it through Hulu.
Julio.
Julio. We gotta use Julio.
Usually has it.
With that one,
If I click Hulu and then I click sports, they'll usually. Although tonight's was on Apple TV, which I didn't have, so I just kind of used the internet.
Oh,
cool. I like it. That's how it's done, Uncle. There's so many different avenues.
I used to always watch the Sunday night games, watching baseball, and I can't even get started watching them because of this stuff they got on the TV these days. I can't find out where are they on.
Oh yeah, you don't know. So many platforms.
I know. I think it's a shame. And then kids aren't getting invested into it because it's not on digital antenna or regular antenna television anymore.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was the thing that was on. It was the local team, so it was there. And now that's just that's not what it is anymore. So yeah, why would anybody really just watch it like they used to?
I used to watch it that way.
They've become so greedy.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the problem.
Man,
and do your kids play baseball?
My son played it when he was little, for just little bits. But what he does is soccer. He's been playing soccer for years now, and that's his sport. And my daughter plays soccer too. So that's really the main one that we do. But he has played baseball, but he hasn't, not in a while, not in a few years now.
I've been going to watch my nephew play, and he's, I think, 10. And they let him steal bases and everything, and which is too young, I think, and they're just terrible. These children cannot play baseball.
Yeah, is it that they're are they
across the country? Everyone, when I was that age, you weren't really supposed to be doing that, and these kids can't field or anything. It's pretty bad to see.
When we were little, you weren't even allowed to slide step when you pitched because they were worried you were going to destroy your arm. I know that because I pitched. And it was just, you can't use a slide step. I'm like, it's what I learned all winter. But nope, can't do that. Okay. Yeah. But no.
I mean, they're letting these kids, they let the kids steal them, so they're just running and stealing base because they don't know how to field.
Yeah,
When they think someone's stealing, they'll throw it and they'll miss it, and then he just runs home.
Yeah.
It's what kind of
catcher can't throw anybody out because he's usually the heavy kid that can't run anyway. Just a mess. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem. That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, kids' sports are crazy. My son's getting to the point where he's actually starting to get really good at soccer because he's getting a little older now. But yeah, baseball's such a complicated game. It's a really there's a lot going on. It's a lot for a kid to learn.
Yeah, it can be. But it's a weird media world though. You guys are talking about the media stuff. It's a weird media world when Monday Night Raw is now on Netflix, for God's sake. I mean,
that is weird.
That is so weird.
Hold on 1 minute. Can I be?
Yeah, you can go, Uncle. Yeah. Uncle's got important business to take care of.
Cat screaming.
Don't worry, Sidekick is here.
Netflix doing anything live is strange.
Yeah, well, it is very strange, but even stranger to me is that when I was a kid, wrestling was on the independent channels, on Saturday mornings. That was it. It was Saturday late morning. You got your WWF in 1980, 1979, and nowadays it's you got to have a Netflix subscription to watch wrestling, I guess.
Yeah.
I was just down there because I heard my cat.
Uncle's
mowing.
back.
I heard my cat mowing.
Welcome back, Uncle.
Okay.
And I let him in.
Very important. Very important updates here.
Yeah. So.
We're keeping things going here. Everything seems to be well. We've got callers.
Yeah, I've got Jimmy on hold. I don't know if you want me to put him back on or you want me to leave him on hold. It's up to you guys.
Do we need to hear Jimmy, Uncle? What's he?
Yeah, let him talk.
We need to hear what he has to say.
Open up the lines.
It's important.
Yeah, okay. You got it. I just didn't know if you wanted me to keep trading or just, let him open. Okay.
And anybody else may call in as well. Number 319-527-5016. But Jimmy, what's up?
What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, I had a question for the count there. I just
Sure.
Just a couple weeks ago, just as I hung up, all of a sudden I heard him start, "Make sure to tell Jimmy James about," and then right then I hung up. What'd you say?
What did I say? Tell Jimmy James?
Does this ring a bell?
I just, it was a couple weeks ago or something. Like at the end of some show, I had already did my shout out or something. And then just as I was hitting the end button, I just heard you say, "Make sure to tell Jimmy James," and then boom, the call ended. And I never heard what you were going to say.
I don't know. I'd have to check like the VOD. I'd have to go back and listen to what we were talking about, like what the conversation was about.
Before it was, everyone was talking about the new Mission Impossible. And then I said, I think there's a good comedy movie out. And I talked about that, Bus Boys. And then... that David Spade and Dana Carvey have a podcast called Fly on the Wall. So if you like David Spade, then you like that podcast. I do like him, and I do like that podcast a lot. I talk about it a lot on Chuck's show because they crack me up, that show.
Yeah, they're really good.
That's David Spade and Dana Carvey. Is that the show?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a show on YouTube and I guess other platforms. That's where I watch it.
I've seen clips of it. I've definitely seen clips of it.
Fly on the Wall.
Fly on the Wall. Yeah. I mean, that was the era of SNL to me that really stands out because I was a kid then and it was funny. That was definitely the better eras of it. I think it's hard to argue that. And so that they would come back, they would have an instant audience. So it makes sense. And they're funny. I like Dana Carvey a lot.
Well, I think it was David Spade had like a short-lived show where he was bringing on other comics and like kind of doing the who was that guy that used to be I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He was a stand-up comic who was a black dude. He's bald now. He's got a cue ball head. And
Tracy Morgan?
No.
Bald guy.
I'm trying to think of his name. But he's not that great, but he does this like Comics Unleashed thing that he trades out to these like independent stations. And I'm trying to think of the guy's name now, but he used to be on like Real People or That's Incredible or something like that many years ago.
I don't know.
Brian, what is his name? Brian something or other. Anyways, but they do this thing where they sit down with comics and they just bat things around. Well, David Spade had a show doing that for a bit. And then they tried to let him run with his own show by himself, and it flopped.
Oh.
So he needed a strong co-host. So
I
it
see.
makes perfect sense to grab Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
But I gotta figure out that guy's. Oh man, I'm trying to think of what he has a show. I'm telling you, this show exists, and it's only on like off-brand TV channels.
I believe it. There's so many. Everybody has a show, and everybody's come back from the past. All this stuff, and that's interesting that David Spade wasn't able to carry a show. That's crazy to think that somebody at that level of entertainment would struggle with the medium of podcasting in that sort of way. But I mean,
well, I got to disagree. I gotta disagree a little bit with Chuck there. I think the big problem is that he was competing against COVID. All of a sudden, everyone was watching a million different things.
Yeah.
And they got into that weird Tiger King crap and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that it totally flopped in like syndicate. Like when they tried to rerun that show, nobody watched it. And it was after he ended up with no comedians to come and see him. Yeah, that was COVID, but they were going to bring back the show and then gave no explanation. By the way, it's Byron Allen I was thinking of that has the show called Comics Unleashed. And yeah, he was a stand-up comedian also, but nobody you care about. What he does, he trades these shows out where he gets to bring in advertisers for part of it. He gives away the show, and the local channels have programming for free. But it's all like indie channels that have this. But anyway, it's a similar concept to what David Spade was doing, except Spade was doing it well, and then it nosedived. And that's my point about it. He had the thing where it's just like different comics were coming through and promoting their stand-up gigs. But again, like Jimmy James said, when COVID came, everybody's stand-up gigs went away, except Dave Chappelle held stand-up gigs at his house in a field, right?
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah, so, it got weird for a minute. And but then when they tried to having him do his own show, nobody. Zero viewership. So they had to give him something, and he needed a strong co-host. It made perfect sense.
Okay. Yeah.
They work together great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely seen clips of it, and just the clips are funny. So yeah, I'm sure I need to see a whole show sometime. You've convinced me, Pupper. I need to watch this and listen to this show.
Hell of a lot better than Rogan, for God's sake. I cannot, for the life of me, understand why people listen to that dude. I just watch him or anything. Like, why is he popular? I don't get it.
It's never been good. And the thing that gets me with him is how he exploits the conspiracy world to get to where he's been. Is such a huge part of it, and he's not good at that either. It's like, come on.
The only thing that guy was ever good at was hosting Fear Factor. I'm sorry, but that's it.
Yeah, he was good at that.
He was excellent at that. Other than that, I got no use for him. He's terrible as a stand-up. He's terrible on that podcast. I don't get it.
He was good on news radio.
Okay, a TV show I didn't watch. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe he was. But outside of that, dude, his podcast is boring. I don't know. It's great. You want to tune in to see the guest, maybe, but what he's got to say, I don't care. And people act like every time he makes a wild statement, oh, look, Rogan said this. Rogan said, who gives a crap? Why? I just,
I do. Well, on the TikTok update, we need to give the update since it's an important thing. It looks like we've garnered 1,100 likes, but the likes have kind of stagnated.
What does that mean?
Well, they went up to 1,100 and then they stopped. The thing with TikTok is people can keep tapping the screen. Tap, 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 tap. That's what they do. They tap it with like 4 fingers at a time, and you go up to like 2,000 likes in 1 minute.
Oh, it's like that weird heart thing on the Facebook Live.
Yes, it's the heart. That's exactly it.
Okay. Mrs. Sidekick's on it.
It looks like it, yeah.
That's what it is.
So I don't know if anybody's there on TikTok anymore. We were getting traction for a minute. We went up to 1,100, but we've stopped. If anybody's there, start tapping the screen like a madman so we go up some. We would appreciate that.
Yeah, because it's not YouTube where you can only like a video once. No. You can just keep hearting it. Hard.
Oh, and we've got Ruckus and Creative Accidents over on Twitch. So over on our Twitch stream, we got them. We got so much action here. We're looking in a lot of different directions, and I love it. I, for one, Uncle, is this the way to go? Are we doing this right?
Yeah, doing it right now. I'm surprised we're doing this TikTok, though. This is surprising me, because I've never seen my face on here like this.
Did Uncle
TikTok doing on my show?
Did Uncle do some seafood and ramen something on TikTok? Is that I'm getting a message about it?
Yes. So that was one from a while back. Yes. You saw that, Jimmy?
I think Pupper.
Oh, that was Pupper. So,
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Well, explain what that was. Explain what.
It's funny. Well, Uncle takes some ramen, he cooks it up, and then he puts some dried shrimp in it. But then he adds maybe like 3 cups worth of dried shrimp at the end.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about.
Keep pouring it in.
Yeah.
Like more shrimp and noodles.
Yeah. We made regular ramen soup just in a package, and we got the dried baby shrimp from the Asian market, and we put it in there.
Matter of fact, come and think of that. Matter of fact, let's get some more of that.
Yeah.
I'd like to do more of that.
So yeah.
Papa, you're giving me some ideas again.
And I will say that I actually ate the same thing. I ate the ramen with the dried baby shrimp, and I have to say that putting dried baby shrimp in ramen is a big improvement. It's actually really good. It tastes good.
It tastes good. If you ever tasted something like this, you should try it.
You'll be surprised at how amazing the dried baby shrimp is.
It looked really good.
Yeah.
It was.
That's my food menu.
Yes.
I'm back to my food menu. I found out something.
Uh-oh.
On this whole operation, all this tic-tac and all this other stuff. The top 2 things that people like to hear is my food and the games on his son's machine. What do they call them?
The video games.
The video games.
They do like it when you show the
They're
Roblox.
1 and 2. They're the best 2 that I do those.
Yeah, they like
so
that.
I throw that out there.
Mm-hmm. We did another game video on TikTok today with the Ohio Roblox game, which I have mixed feelings on. But
why is that? That's what it picks up.
Well,
every time, like I said, give it time. It'll grow. You don't give it time, you're never gonna know.
No. The video
but nobody
is
can
good.
explain this Ohio phenomena to me still. I keep asking about it, and the kids know about it, but they can't explain it.
It's a little mouse running around.
It's because the kids don't know what they're even talking about. They're just saying Ohio because it's a meme and it's funny to them. Anything that's a meme is funny.
It's like, Ohio, it's creepy because it's Ohio. What? Why is Ohio creepy? I don't get it. Because it's Ohio. What? Dude, circular reasoning. What are you doing?
It's a video game sort of.
Well, Ohio.
No, but it's not just the video game, Uncle. I'm telling you, there's whole YouTube videos devoted to I'm creeped out because I'm in Ohio. I don't understand this. It's like Ohio is creepy. Ohio's weird. Ohio's twisted. Why Ohio? I don't know. Why? My 10-year-old. I'm arguing with him about it.
Ohio is the most plain Jane normal. I don't get it. There's nothing unusual about Ohio at all.
Neither do I. That's my point. You know, I can find freaky stuff in a lot of places, okay? And Ohio is just not weird. It's not.
Yeah. You got the Loveland Frog there.
Yeah, but they have Amish people too. I don't care. It's just Ohio. It's not a big deal. I don't know.
Well, it shows you that meme culture has exploded with very young people who are online. They're watching YouTube all the time. They're playing games all the time, and that space is filled with memes. So when a meme comes along, it really takes hold. And so with the Ohio one, the idea was, Ohio's like the worst place ever. It's a dump. There's all sorts of crime, I guess, according to the memes. It's like really horrible. And so, it becomes the reality. And so you just build off of it and to the point where an entire Roblox game gets made. So many of these Roblox games are just born out of a meme. It's just a Roblox game made out of like one meme. It's so weird. Kids are so into that.
And the kids will watch them like worse than look, when I was a young man and first faced with like kids watching videotapes, I was like, why do these kids watch the same VHS tape 80,000 times? Well, today they watch the same YouTube videos over and over, and I mean hundreds of times. They'll watch the same thing.
That's what I can.
Yeah, it's true.
And Roblox is one of those things, by the way.
To be fair, I'll do that with the music. I'll listen to, I've been listening to the same music my whole life, pretty much.
Yeah, but I assure you, pick a song. You have not listened to that song as much as these kids have watched the same damn video over and over and over. I'm serious. I thought about that too. Like how many hundreds of times?
Duck.
Huh?
let's boot up Disco Duck.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I sat and I thought about how many hundreds of times I must have listened to, like, say, a song in the past 5 years, right? And then I take a look at the amount of times that these kids are watching some of these videos. I'm telling you, dude, they're watching a video hundreds of times more than you or I would listen to a song with any level of sanity. I'm serious.
I wonder what that is. Because that's like a short attention span, but also long enough to keep watching the same thing over and over.
I think it shows the addictive nature of just online media. It's addictive by its nature, and it just is.
The whole system is built to be an addiction machine. Let's face it.
Yeah, it is, and it works.
Okay.
Actually,
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, take his son, for example. He's constantly on it, like, 24 hours a day? Almost.
He gets on. He's pretty good. I mean, compared to other kids, I actually think he does a good job. But he's on a lot nonetheless, and it's addictive no matter who uses it. We're saying this is designed into what it is, and I don't think any kid that gets addicted is to blame because that's what it's supposed to do.
Right?
It's supposed to do that.
Yeah, it's a company then.
Yeah, it's a company problem.
It's a company problem.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
It's like being mad at the beer producers because people are drunk. I mean, it's not their fault. Anyway.
Drink to take the drink. What the point to have it take a drink?
Well, we're doing a fine show here. We're up to 1,236 likes on TikTok, which is not that many, but it's good.
It's climbing.
We're not
They're saying it's climbing.
We're not looking to gift horse in the mouth here on this.
But you are down to your last 7 minutes. Just telling you.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Oh, how are we doing on listeners there, Chuck?
Well, on my side, I told you they abandoned my stream pretty heavily there.
Oh,
they went to TikTok, they went to Twitch, they went to YouTube.
They did. I guarantee it. I mean, I think Pupper is still hanging on my stream though, because I see a New Jersey Comcast user.
Yeah,
that's you, isn't it?
I try to keep as many of them open as I can.
I appreciate it.
So how many you got? How many are listening in your place?
I got the TikTok on.
Oh, we have.
I try to,
We have less than 10.
I just have them up in different tabs.
Yeah, we oddly have less than 10 listeners on the Ocelli stream. That's why I'm telling you, a bunch of people abandoned the stream.
I mean, out of state listeners.
We're out of state.
Just Germany. Yeah, out of the United States. Just Germany tonight.
Just Germany.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing.
Okay.
We off a week. My listeners from the United States don't listen.
They don't.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
One or two come, maybe, like he said, one or two may come, but the rest ain't.
No, the international listeners do go away when you guys take a week off. That's true.
I've noticed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. Well, we'll have to try to. We will be here next week, and
I want to see how it builds up.
Creative accidents. Yeah, I just had to laugh. I'm sorry. Creative accidents just said in my chat room, baby shark, do.
There we go. Yeah. That fits into the children's brain rot category. It definitely fits right in there.
Thank you for that. Oh God.
Early on in that world, yeah.
Surprised we don't hear from Ed tonight. Baseball man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Baby Shark has 16 billion views, is what Creative Accents is saying. Yeah, wow. Look at that. That's a lot.
There used to be videos on YouTube, I'm not kidding, by the way, of them opening toys, just opening little packages of toys and candy that had hundreds of millions of views. In 2014, I observed that.
Those were huge. Those videos have fallen out of favor. And what's interesting, I don't know if you've kept up, Chuck, but Ryan's toy reviews, his family and him are still doing that because they made such a huge channel and a business out of it that he is aging. He's getting to be an older kid, and he's still doing toy reviews. It's starting to get a little weird. Have you seen that, Chuck?
I haven't seen it lately. I did see that he signed a contract with Disney or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he's gone since then. But no, and there's another thing. My kids used to watch. Oh, look, Ryan's Toys.
Yep. He was the guy. He was the big channel of that. And it's weird. They found the formula, and the family, there's like weird controversy because like the dad and the mom are clearly like pushing him to do it. And people are like saying like, why is he still doing this? This is just getting odd at this point. So it's interesting. It's really fascinating because when that channel was starting, I kind of in the back of my head I was like, okay, Ryan is this little kid doing toy reviews. What's he going to end up doing, and how is this that he's doing now going to affect him? Like, is he going to be a Justin Bieber where he starts acting out? He like has a lot of money from doing all this. He starts, doing crazy stuff in exotic cars and like doing. Is he going to be in paparazzi following him, or like what's going to happen with him? And.
Well, but thankfully they keep an archive of this stuff, because here's the thing. There's also the whole phenomena of the family game channel where, like, the whole family plays games and you watch along while they play games.
Yeah.
And, I mean, some of those kids are now, 20 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
But they shot these things, 10 years ago, and they were 10.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that one family, they took all the videos down because, there was this whole abusive, weird thing going on.
Oh, God.
Like dad and mom had blue hair along with the kids, and it was all like, and anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of weird video phenomena. But the repetition. The funny thing is, though, is if you build enough of a library, I think they make a living almost in perpetuity if new kids keep tuning in.
Maybe. Yeah, if kids are still watching those videos, which probably the little kids do. My kids probably aged out of it, so they're not. So I don't know. It's hard to keep tabs on. So who knows?
Yes, I hear you. But anyway, we're about at the end of your show.
Yeah. Okay, Uncle. So that means we need to do shout outs with the callers, right?
We have Papa first, and then Jimmy.
Pupper, who you got?
Yep.
Sure. I'm going to shout out for Aaron to check out the Bigfoot vlog phenomena that's sweeping YouTube. There's these people making Bigfoot vlogs, but they're all AI. But it's not just one channel. It's like 3 big popular channels are doing it, and they're all kind of doing it independently, but ripping off each other. And I think it's just something interesting that you might want to check out.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Because they're getting hundreds of thousands of views.
Oh, agreed. Let me throw in something on that. And I put Pupper on hold, but let me throw in something. There is a whole weird phenomena of these AI channels ripping each other off, and they all have AI narrators. And it's all kinds of everything, like crime channels. And you can always tell because they completely mispronounce and misstate certain words. It's like, okay, if I read that would make sense, but that's not the way it's said.
Yeah.
And, and so on.
Yep.
Like,
and they make mistakes, Chuck.
Yeah, of course.
And they make mistakes. Like I clearly heard this one about, it was about aliens, but they said the Dulles brothers were twin brothers. To which I said, no, wrong.
Yeah, but there's always been crappy mistakes like that on YouTube. What I'm saying is these guys do stuff like, instead of saying they have a pension for doing something, they have a penchant. And
I've seen that. Yeah. And actually, just as a quick little note here, on the Uncle Tic Tac, I made a spoof of AI celebrity videos I was seeing all over TikTok, which just like they take some random music guy, and they're always the same format. It's like, this guy's got hundreds of millions of dollars, but he lives in a little cabin in the woods. He just gives money to people. So I took Eminem and I just made up all this fake crap about him. And I used these AI images of him, and I impersonated the AI voice. It's like, this is Eminem, the richest rapper in the whole damn world, even though he has 100 million. So I did that, and that was a video I did just for kicks. So that, I don't know. But
what's even worse is they have these AI machines now where if you wanted to, Aaron, you could feed your voice into it and then just type your script, and boom, it'll get you to say anything.
Yep.
And it'll use your actual voice as a template. So it's getting weirder out there, man.
Yeah, but let's continue
human content creation.
let's continue with the shout outs. I know it's Jimmy's turn. What do you got for a shout out, Jimmy?
Well, I can't believe the show's already over. It seems like it just started.
Yeah, we're having a good conversation talking.
I know.
That's what I'm wanting. More talking.
Who you gonna shout out to?
Shout out to Uncle. I think it was a good show. I wish it'd go on to overtime because I can't believe it's already over.
You know what will go to overtime? Get on my new revolution. That will blow the system.
We're all waiting for New Year's. That's gonna be a thing.
Waiting for New Year's.
We will do it.
Get to that.
We will do it.
Jimmy.
Yeah, so thank you, Jimmy, for being here. Thank you, Jimmy and Pupper.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
It was great to have you guys both. Please do call again next time, and we'll talk to you there. Uncle, do we have shout-outs we want to give?
No.
Not really?
Tonight. Not for me, because...
No?
You can.
Well, I'll give a quick shout-out to the TikTok audience. Anybody who was there, thank you for being there. I know we got our over 1,200 likes. Sorry if we didn't interact with you directly. I saw the one comment in there, so it's kind of hard to tell what was going on. We might not have been able to talk. But thank you, everybody who watched on all the platforms and at Ocelli.com. And this is a lot of fun.
For sure enough, hold on, one other thing.
Okay, what do you got?
For sure enough, we may, a management sidekick here, may have drop off one of ours for the replacement.
There we go.
That's it.
We might drop off a replacement. There you go.
Drop off a
You heard it here first. UncleThePodcast.com is our website. You can pick up their podcast there. This is a regular podcast after all. Ocelli Radio Network every Friday night. At Uncle Podcast on all the social media platforms. Uncle, why don't you bring us home for this week here?
375 in the books. Bye-bye.